Hey guys, good morning. It's Kim from Honey Trail Farm, and as you can see behind me, my sunflowers are blooming. I planted these sunflowers as well as some amaranth you can see over there. I planted these at the beginning of August. It is now mid-September somehow already. It's almost fall. I thought that I would make a fall-inspired arrangement. For one, my CSA is over. I'm a free bird. I just have a couple markets left, and then the season is done. And for two, I just haven't brought flowers into my house in a long time, and I have flowers, and I never see them because they're back here. So I am going to get to work harvesting these sunflowers. I'm going to use some of my arrangement, but actually most of them I'm going to cold store for my Saturday market. This sunflower, while it's beautiful, is too open for storage. So I will use this one fresh, but both of these are at a great stage to put in your cooler, put in your fridge. Temps of about 50 to 50, I think my cooler's 55, will hold these just fine. When I take them out to make arrangements for market, I will snip the ends, put them in some nice fresh water with some flower food, and ta-da! Now I'm gonna get to work. Perfectly good one that my puppy took a chunk out of. Guess I'll put that in my bouquet. This is my Flora Zenia patch. Everything, I mean, they're still blooming, but they're not as great as the first blooms. And I'm letting them go to seed. Obviously things can be cross-pollinated in here because I'm not doing anything to stop it, but like I'm letting them all just dry on the plant from here until the end of frost so that I can have a magical patch of zinnias next year. But I'm not going to save those right now, so maybe they'll volunteer. A handful of Flora Zenia Beauties. If you didn't know, I bought the whole collection, so I have a little bit of everything. What surprised me is I am not usually a cactus zinnia girl. I've always thought that they were ugly, no offense. But the Dawn Creek zinnias are amazing. My favorites this year have been these frilly Cactus Cineas. I mean, is it even fall if there's not marigolds? These are actually saved seed from the Cocoa Gold series that I bought the seeds from Johnny's, but it's a hybrid. Now, these aren't exactly the same. They're not as big as the hybridized seeds that you can buy, but hey, we still got marigolds, and these were free because I saved the seeds. I love using basil in my arrangements. So I grow tons of basil, you can see it all behind me, for culinary purposes, but when it gets towards this time of the year, I always just let my basil go to seed. For one, basil is one of the easiest plants to collect seed from. You can see on this flower stem, possibly, the end is new growth and it's green, hasn't had seeds yet, but these at the bottom, these brown ones, let's see if there's anything inside. And by saving seed from just a couple of plants, you could easily have a lifetime's worth of basil seed. Plus, if you do that, it reseeds itself next year. But this adds texture in a bouquet. Obviously, it fills it out. I mean, one stem of this is full. It's going to hold up the arrangement because I'm going to make a large one. So this can be the support system for all my flowers. This is just regular green, like Genovese basil. I do grow the purple too, and it did not do as well this year. I'm so sad about it because last year I grew so much of it and it was so beautiful. Every time I have a garden failure, which I had lots this year, look around, it's all weeds. It just makes you want to do better next year. And I always say I'm gonna, and then I never do. But I have a feeling next year is gonna be a good year. Last but not least, would it really be a fall arrangement if there wasn't amaranth? I have several different varieties. What I picked today, we have the droopy variety. I love this one, it looks beautiful. We got a couple droopers. I can't remember what that's called, sorry. I bought these seeds a long time ago and they just keep replenishing themselves for me, so that's nice. This is Hot Biscuits, obviously. This one is just red spike amaranth, beautiful. But I found a cross. Look at this. It's got orange tips and a green stem. Isn't that fun? And we can't forget about one of my faves. This one is Dreadlocks, I think, either that or Mira. I can't remember, to be honest with you, but it's fun. It's funky. I like it. Now, this isn't going to be part of my fall arrangement, but look, I grew broom corn. Look how big it is. I don't know what that is, maybe 12 feet, who knows, but it's really tall up there. And I need to harvest it before I procrastinate too long and then it goes to waste. So I'm gonna do that now. Oh my goodness. Look at how big this is. Magical, very pleased, 10 out of 10, we'll be doing this again. Let's see. Can you see how tall this is? Is this even in frame? Wow, love it. Oh my goodness. One little packet of seed, and I now have a lifetime supply of broom corn. What am I gonna do with it, you ask? I don't know yet, but it's for crafts. Look how beautiful. Had to sneak over and grab some goldenrod for my bouquet before I forgot. Because nothing says fall like this pretty sunshine, very medicinal weed. Oh my, how am I even gonna get this in the truck? Hey guys, I'm back. It's a little bit later in the day. We're in the cool air in the woods because you go out in the sun and it's not fresh and cool. But I've got my bucket of flowers. I've got my vase that has one stem in it because I forgot to push record, so forgive me. My basil is looking a little bit sad. Every year it usually gets powdery mildew or some kind of yuck. But it's still a scented texture, and I love putting basil in bouquets. I'm going to put this beautiful, lovely amaranth to spill over the sides. I'm just kind of crisscrossing everything in the vase so that it holds up all my focal flowers. I love these. Look, it's alternating green and purple. It just looks like it lives in Dr. Seuss land, I think. And I'm gonna make these a little taller so that they stick up and hang out, because this is not your average florist bouquet. This is a funky, original, willy-nilly bouquet. That's the best kind anyway. You know what's so sad? There's a plane here and that's why it reminded me. It's a crop duster. So they're spraying all the grains right now so that they dry nice and good and dry and crispy and dry. But what they're spraying it with is literal poison. So, and then we're gonna eat it, or our animals are gonna eat it, and then we're all just poisoning ourselves for the sake of convenience. But that's another topic for another day. I am using this amaranth for some height because everything else is gonna poke up out of here. Go in. So basically, I'm adding all of the filler before I add the focal flowers. What a shame. And normally I don't get political or talk about sensitive subjects, but I don't really care anymore, to be honest with you. Most of these farmers are supposed nice Christian men, you know, supposed to be stewards. The ultimate stewards of the land are your farmers, and they're just poisoning it day in and day out. And that's what they're taught, but there is another way. They're just not listening. Look at this beautiful celosia. So most of the celosia that I harvested was from Floret, but this one was from a volunteer. I guess like Pampas Plume probably, but isn't that great? My favorite of the Floret this is sangria. It's such a pretty color. It goes with everything. This is starting to set seed, so it looks a little crusty and dusty, but the softest, like metallic, iridescent, it's got orange and pink, which are my two favorite colors. And this one's rose gold, and it's a keeper. They're all keepers. Celosia is one of my favorite flowers, but I love it. I love it. I just want a field of celosia. This one has two heads. Oh, I missed the jar. Now, at some point, I've got to start putting focal flowers in because the opening of my jar isn't as big as I think that it is. Look at this beauty. Belle of Barmera, I think is what this one is. It's new to me this year, but it is beautiful. And the colors have changed significantly since it got really hot. We're gonna put her front and center. And we're gonna make her stick up above. There. I'm gonna take this out, maybe. Of course, sunflowers. These are pro-cut sunflowers. And I don't remember what variety. This is the one my dog Mo took a chunk out of on the edge. Peaches and cream, ever so lovely. The problem is I will want to put everything in the front, and not everything is going to be able to have a front seat. Gonna have to put some in the back too. I love this color for fall. This one might be my favorite of the day. It's a Dawn Creek series. I don't know which one, but it's Pinky Peachy Beautiful. Pinky Peachy Beautiful Zinnias. What are we thinking? Is it looking beautiful yet? I mean, it is pretty beautiful. I'm having a hard time fitting more stems in, but we're gonna try. I cut them, I might as well. Oh, this guy's gotta go in. It's a dahlia, and it's special. I don't think that I could possibly fit any more stems into my jar. So I'm gonna call it at this. Isn't this beautiful? Why haven't I been doing this all summer? I could have just been refilling this, but life gets in the way sometimes. So thank you guys for coming with me to cut these flowers and hanging out with me in the woods to arrange them. I have to clean up my mess and get these flowers back to my house. And also clean off the table that they're gonna sit on because it's cluttered. But me and Mo say, thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Oh, he's so tired. Don't you guys wish that you could sleep as good as a growing puppy? I do. Bye.